Why is it that the Nigerian government is working so hard to prove that Nnamdi Kanu is guilty of treasonable charges against him? I repeat, why is it that the Nigerian government is going the extra mile to prove that Nnamdi Kanu is guilty of every charge, every treasonable charge against him? Nnamdi Kanu has been in DSS custody for over 5 years and has not been given a fair treatment. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is paying the ultimate sacrifice for Biafra. That is why you see the persecution of the Igbos in Nigeria, left, right, center. Nnamdi Kanu is facing terrorism charges because he has challenged the establishment, Britain, and the status quo. The DSS facility is where the court case will be heard. The court transferred the case from Abuja to DSS facility, where they will look at the container, the transmitter Nnamdi Kanu used for Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is one innovation that brought the consciousness of the Biafra nation in the hearts of the younger people that did not experience the 1967 Nigerian Biafran Civil War. Nnamdi Kanu took up Radio Biafra and got a lot of people subscribing to the Biafran agitation. He became popular with IPOB, and this angered the government of the day. Note, the Nigerian government doesn't want the Biafran story to be told to the Biafran people. That is why the Chief of Defense Staff at a point in time said that we don't want you to start talking about Biafran activities, IPOB activities. That is why the government of the day went an extra mile to proscribe IPOB as a terrorist organization. Why is it that the Tinubu government wants to work so hard to nail Nnamdi Kanu to become guilty of all the allegations against him? With all the things going on in the court so far, the DSS has denied his abduction, his arrest, or him being seized from Kenya into Nigeria. The Nigerian government has not been able to prove beyond reasonable doubt how he got from Kenya into Nigeria, where they skipped international processes of extradition. What would the Nigerian government do next to prove that Nnamdi Kanu is guilty? Nnamdi Kanu has said that I'm leaving the court with victory. I'm going to beat them at their court. I will bring Biafra home. And the Nigerian government is afraid of this. The Igbo man in Nigeria has been denigrated. The Igbo man in Nigeria has been relegated. The denigration of the Igbo people is the reasons why Nigeria would never get better. Awolowo says Nigeria is a mere geographical expression. What is going to transpire in the next 3 months would define the future. Tinubu has been advised by various leaders of thought in the southeast to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you look at Africa, Pan-Africa, African leaders, Nnamdi Kanu's name is written in gold. I don't know why people don't understand that Africa needs to be liberated from the shackles of these colonial, wicked men and women, the imperialists. They literally live on the dead bodies, live on our resources. They feed on us and they throw us crumbs. So Africa has not been liberated since 1960. And when every other countries were saying that we had an independence, Africa has not been independent. Anybody that rise and say, I want to liberate Africa, the establishment with their installed puppets in different countries. When I say the establishment, I'm telling you the imperialists. The imperialists, that is why they are much more interested in the leaders of Africa. So they install their puppets that will do their bidding. So anybody that rise against the status quo, the establishment, is termed a treasonable offense. For instance, the country today does not have the capacity to protect its people. The country, for over 60 years, have not been able to give the people a meaningful life. The country today has failed in every aspect of leadership. Few people are benefiting while the majority of the masses are either dying of hunger or dying of insecurity. Now you stand as a person to change the status quo, you'll be tagged somebody that is committing treason against the state. That is how we are in bondage to the establishment. The powers beyond us in Nigeria doesn't want Africa to move forward. Nnamdi Kanu is one of those people that has come to give an expression to liberate Africa from the shackles of the slavery that we have been put by our forefathers. Nigeria as a country knows that if Biafra is liberated, the company called Nigeria will be dismantled, and those benefiting off Nigeria will be at loss. So instead of them to be at loss, anybody that comes to fight for the people will be tagged a terrorist or to have committed treason. Nigerian government, you have no case against Nnamdi Kanu. As it is, Buhari tried, and at the end of the day, the court discharged this young man. But yet, they refuse to release him because this is not a prosecution, this is persecution. Leaders in the Southeast have come out to ask the government, please release this young man. Let there be a political solution to all this. It is a joke that the system does not hold on to something tangible, but they are running around. The case, they will run left, right, center. Today, DSS present a witness. Tomorrow, they present another witness. They go forth and back without anything holding on to anything tangible. We know that the case of Nnamdi Kanu for the Nigerian government is politics. When you look at the North and South, the Fulani and the Southwest political leadership. Now, a Southwesterner is in power. He may want to use Nnamdi Kanu as a political chess game to fulfill his ambition. Naturally, no president would want Biafra to be free. Naturally. No president will want a fair trial for Nnamdi Kanu because looking at it critically, just with one instance, how did Nnamdi Kanu get into Nigeria? Do you have the moral right, jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu when if you are coming to equity, you must come with clean hands? The federal government, are they coming with clean hands to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu? They overlook that, but they want to prove a point. We have said it, that without Biafra, Nigeria goes nowhere. Since the Igbos have been in Nigeria, and we have so much, we have been treated badly so much. I don't want to tell you about personal experiences. That's not my business. I'm much more concerned about restructuring Nigeria. Even the politicians themselves, they don't believe in Nigeria. The project called Nigeria, they don't believe at all. That is true. If they really believed in Nigeria, they wouldn't be stealing and wouldn't be rendering the country poor and looking away, and people's lives are being destroyed by some ragtag elements. They will be funding education rather than using money to buy cars for themselves, build houses, and give themselves incentives against education and against the good things that democracy brings to the people. But because they don't believe in Nigeria, it is very, very unfortunate that we are here at this point in time and Nnamdi Kanu is in custody. Some people are just hailing, he must go down, he must go down. I've said it before. As a Nigerian, okay, a Biafran and a Nigerian, what is the difference between a Biafran and a Nigerian? A Biafran is one person that has seen the future, has seen that the system would not give anybody good governance. It's only going to favor a few number of people, elite. For a number of time, there's no generational wealth in a disturbed society like Nigeria. Look at Abiola. He's a Yoruba man. He has money and co. Government come, government go. If it were to be in Yoruba nation, he may have sustained his legacy. But because it is Nigeria, one other government can come in and sabotage and seize his properties and lay allegations upon him because of his tribe or because of his ideology. So you cannot have sustainable wealth. A brother like Tinubu, who is rich now, one of the richest politicians in Africa, if he dies, another government might come and they don't like his face, they don't like his anything. They will dig deep into some of his properties and whatever he has, and they will seize it. Because of the recklessness of government, the system will practice is a barbaric system. Look at Abacha and look at his children. They become irrelevant, much more irrelevant after their father's demise. So Nigeria as a country is not designed to work. And somebody is coming to speak up against a tyranny of government, liberating everybody, liberating ourselves from this mental and physical slavery. It has to start from the mind. That's why the government of the day is attacking or is looking for evidence. They said that Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast costs underdevelopment of the Southeast. Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast that brought the consciousness. People were conscious about what really happened and the kind of mess we are in. The Nigerian government is saying that the broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu brought insecurity to the Southeast. The broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu, this is how they twist it. For instance, you are a slave. You have your slave master. Your slave master is like 3, and you slaves are like 100. They use their guns, they use their weapons to make sure they keep you down, and they keep you impoverished. But one day somebody decides to rise, to liberate everybody from the slave masters. What will be the allegations the slave master will put to you? They say that your action and inaction has disrupted, has caused a lot of chaos, has destroyed a lot of things. They will turn it the other way around. Instead, the real sense is that this country, we need revolution. Even among the Nigerian society, they are calling for a revolution left, right, center. Many people have said that Nigeria is irreparable. Look at what's happening in Benue State. Look at what's happening. If Nigeria were to be restructured and if Benue people had their own police, had their own systems, the Fulani would not just, they would be afraid to enter. But because we are in a mere, we are just lumped up together because of some personal interest of people with different ideology, different mode of thinking, different agenda are brought together, different religion are brought together. And there's crisis when there's a clash of agenda. The crisis results in the killings of people. We know that the Fulani is willing to become a tool that will be used in the hands of the establishment to disrupt Nigeria. That's why they have that political power handed over to them, in quote, or they have access, or however they rose to the prominence that they are holding Nigeria ransom. Fulani, an ethnic group not up to 20 million in Nigeria. So Nnamdi Kanu is an icon of African liberation, and yet people are calling for his head. There's no revolution that does not have casualties. I'm telling you. Look at the Israel. I don't want to talk about Israel, Iran, but let me look at it. Iran poses a threat to Israel. And what would Israel do? We have the world, the union of the world. Yes, United Nations. That's what I want to say. We have the United Nations, and they're telling you that process this, process that, process it. Israel will say no, we are not processing anything. Iran developing nuclear weapons or whatever is a threat to us because they can wake up one day and finish us. What does Israel do? They want to destroy those nuclear sites. We have casualties for world peace. For a revolution, there are always casualties. So what does the slave master tell you? That because of your uprising, you have destroyed farmlands, you have destroyed this, so we charge you with treason. Because of the IPOB agitation, IPOB has been agitating with placards. Well, whilst the Nigerian government has been committing atrocities on the people, on the IPOB people, the Nigerian government, people carried placards, you carried live bullets against defenseless people because you hate them. Because they have a different ideology to you. They have a different way of looking at things, different system of governance to you. You carry gun, you have opportunity. People that are in one country, in one Nigeria, in quote, you carry gun and you mow them down. You just clear them. The Southeast, their own is always different. Look at what happened in Benue State. If it were to happen in the Southeast, some people from a particular region will be saying, level that place, level that place. Look at the killings. Look at what's happening in the Northeast, I think Northeast, Aliero and Co. the reconciliation, peace meeting between bandits that have killed scores of army officers, even generals have been kidnapped and killed, scores of civilians, people that have killed scores of civilians. The government of the day, the army, is negotiating peace. Peace. Is it not a form of surrender? We have been negotiating peace and peace and peace. We have not been able to gather intelligence to be able to bring these people down. Even the bandit himself is threatening Nigerians. If you call us bandits and terrorists, Nigeria will have no peace. If this happened in the Southeast, what would be the response of the people? What would be the response? If this particular thing happened in the Southeast, what would be the reaction of Nigerians that hate the Southeasterners or Igbos or Biafra or Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB? They will say, level the place. That's what we saw with Buhari. Operation Python Dance went into villages and started spraying bullets upon different defenseless people. The Igbo people have had it enough in Nigeria. Better still, we want restructuring, because that's a step in the right direction. If Nigeria cannot restructure, let them allow the Igbo people go. Is it not 5 plots of land? Let them go. Nigeria have a lot of things to do. Yes, the Southwest, the South, and Northern Nigeria, they can lump together and join and form the Nigeria themselves. Allow the Southeasterners go. It is a dot in a circle, according to Buhari. Yes, we agree that the Southeast is a dot in a circle, but you need to allow Southeast go. We don't have natural resources. We agree. You don't have natural. We agree. We agree. Allow Biafra. Allow Southeast go. It seems like we know that Nigerians are weak. Nigerians are defenseless. Nigerians are helpless. They don't know what is good governance. They don't know what is freedom. It doesn't occur to them. You go to an average Benue State bar and you will not hear discussions about over 200 people that were killed, because killings, human life has been in the taking of human lives have been a norm in some parts of Nigeria. Even some of the reports do not get nationwide coverage. Major newspapers will seldom want to report news on people that are killed by insecurity, because it is become a norm. In journalism, unusuality, yes, is one of the news determinants. What determines news is unusuality. Something that is not usual, is not common. It becomes news. For instance, dog bites a man. It's normal that dog has been biting a man. But when a man now bites the dog, it becomes unusual. Or when dog bites the man starts barking like a dog, it becomes unusual. So killings, Boko Haram, corruption, everything is becoming a usual thing in Nigeria. It's a normal. That is a normal thing. Nobody looks at it again. What next? What's the next? Where is the next thing we're going to talk about? Imagine the Nigerian people are talking about a Pella and Jarvis. Jarvis crying because Pella walked out on whatever. National newspapers are covering such reports. Nigeria has proven over and over and over and over again that it cannot be redeemed under this current structure. Nigeria needs to be structured. Nigeria needs regional system of government, or better still, you balkanize the country to preserve human lives. That is the point of call, to preserve human lives. The Igbos have taken a bold step. Sunday Igbo and Yoruba Nation has also taken a bold step. What is the Nigerian government? What are the people waiting for? At least what you can do is not to crucify those that are trying to come out and fight for your liberation. It's painful that some people still believe and think that the things can get better. Like, don't worry, things can. In this Nigeria, some of us don't reach 30-something, and we are told things can get better. Those that told us that Nigeria will get better, they are dead. Their fathers told them that things will get better. They are dead. And still, we want to deceive ourselves. We are surprised that the government cannot deliver anything to us. We are surprised. Every day we keep on surprised. During Buhari, they said the general has come. The general has come to liberate us. So country. They brought in a general. The general rehabilitated them. We wait. Second term Buhari, let's give him chance. The mess has been created by PDP for a very long time. Let's just give him chance. Second chance. Second chance, he can't do the worst. He print 20 trillion naira. We cannot even ask him question. We can do and undo. That's in Nigeria for you. The second person he enter now, he can't be like say everything. Let's give him chance. Let's give him chance. Some people 10 years don't come out for their lives. 10 years. From PDP, from time of democracy till now. Some of these guys, 1999, I think it should be 20-something years of democracy. We don't have anything to fall back to. And Nigerians are saying IPOB, this, Nnamdi Kanu, this, Biafra, this. When I wear my Biafra Ishiago on the streets, people look at you. Who is this guy? What is he doing here? Other people, Oduduwa wear theirs. The Hausas, they wear theirs. In fact, I blame our Igbo people because they are not representing the culture. They're just after money. The family is important. Your cultural heritage is important. But they don't consider that. They don't consider that. People are preserving their cultural heritage, their identity. See, with that identity, you cannot achieve anything. But we identify as Biafrans. Today, I'm a Biafran. Come rain, come sun, come shine. I'm a Biafran. I'm a politician. I'm a Biafran. Nigeria must be restructured or Biafra has to go. Nnamdi Kanu has to be released for Nigeria to breathe fresh air. But if Nigeria doesn't want to breathe fresh air, that man is paying an ultimate sacrifice. That man is paying an ultimate sacrifice. And his sacrifice will never ever be in vain. That will be the end. According to Nnamdi Kanu, he will be the last person that will end the marginalization of the Southeasterners. And this treatment of one of the most hardworking, one of the most intelligent, one of the most visionary tribes in Africa, the Igbo tribe.